Rowing is just a very beautiful sport, and I like the serenity of being on the water and the peacefulness of being out there and kind of on your own. My name is Brian Little, and I'm the head coach and club manager of the Rochester Rowing Club. Right now we have a high school team and we have an adult team. The high school team is really broken down into two segments. We have a middle school team and a high school team, and then we have an adult program. 15 strokes pause, 15 strokes continuous. A rower is someone who is probably a masochist, to be honest, who enjoys pain but also enjoys the life, enjoys the water. You know, someone who's driven to be on the water. So we're in the Midwest region. Our big regatta come spring is down in Cincinnati, Ohio at Harsha Lake. But we race teams all the way from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania down to St. Louis. Our closest competitor is up in the Twin Cities, and then our next one is down in the Quad Cities down in Iowa. The scholastic teams, the school teams, are kind of in Chicago, Indiana, Ohio.
I'm William Midtoon, and I am part of the Rochester Rowing Club. My Aunt Amy, she rowed in college, and she's in love with the sport, and so when my mom was talking about me trying it out, my aunt also agreed with her and said that it would be a great idea. And I had a bunch of friends on the team, so I gave it a try, and it really stuck with me. It wasn't exactly just a team, it felt much more like a family and much more of a community that I could totally be myself in. And it's also very rewarding for hard work, and I like to work hard.
Your feet are locked in and your butt sits on a slide, and so you move up and down on the slide, and you move up to the catch, which is putting the blade in the water and then driving it through the water, and then at the finish, when your legs are down, you release the blade and you bring it out of the water, and then you go up to take the next stroke to pry the boat through the water. The majority of rowers are either doctors, English majors, and really engineers, because it's a mathematical kind of physical sport. It's physics-based. The harder I pull, the faster I go. The mentality of being lean, mean fighting machines. It's been studied that rowers, when they stare at the ergometer, the erg, in the wintertime, that they gain 15% better math skills because they're sitting there doing equations in their head. I took this job to come back to the Midwest. I just moved here from the South, and I wanted to get back to kind of my roots and develop a team that I felt like could be developed into a Midwest powerhouse and maybe even a national powerhouse. Midwesterners seem to work harder and are a little bit hardier and can deal with more situations than others. Just led me to believe maybe I could have that opportunity here.
We're cold. We're cold.
Can you guys throw that trash out for me?
Yeah, we have to.
One of the awesome things about this sport is it's known every year is the kids get better grades while they're in season than when they're out of season, because they're more disciplined, because they know they have practice, they have their teammates that are relying on them, they gotta get their homework done, they gotta stay on top of projects, and they work harder. The athletes who I train and who do this sport have to be in top physical form to perform at the best of their abilities. You know, rowing is a multi-faceted of sports. It's combined. It's gymnastics, having the balance and ability to be in a boat that's maybe not just as wide as your hips and very shallow. Being a wrestler, having the ability to pry the oar through the water and propelling the boat through the water. Timing and rhythm are key to this sport. Timing, dancing. the endurance of a marathon runner. And the last thing is you got to have the power and the drive, kind of like a weightlifter. The individual is prying the boat through the water, so it's kind of lifting the boat up and moving it along. It's a logistics kind of job. You have to think about things in advance. How are the kids getting practice? How are the kids getting home from practice? Do they have to be on time for dinner? What time is the trailer leaving? What time are the kids leaving for the race? How are we getting the kids there? Are we renting a van? Are we chartering a bus? Are we having the parents drive them?
Split the shoulders in two, that's 1, 2, split the shoulders.
The boats can go only as fastest as the slowest guy in them, so it's the ultimate, and I mean the ultimate team sport. If one guy is off rhythm or having a bad day or is not feeling good, it can affect the whole boat.
I mean, teamwork is rowing. That's what the sport is all about. Unless you're in a single, you have, even if you're in a single, you have team members just cheering you on no matter what.
In today's age where it's about the individual, it's about the self, how can I make myself better? To be selfish, to be committed to your other teammates to do this sport is unreal. And in today's generation, it's hard to find individuals like that.